3-0 defeat at home to Tottenham Hotspur. I don't know where to start with this. Manchester United being at home, losing 3-0 is just not acceptable against any opposition for me from Manchester United. And when I saw the starting lineup, I wrote on Twitter that I wasn't happy with the starting lineup. For a start, Phil Jones, Chris Smalling, not good enough. No way should they be there, whether that's Jose Mourinho's fault or Ed Woodward or the Glazers' fault. They should not be at this club. They're not good enough for Manchester United. Smalling and Jones could not get in the England first 11 in the summer, and that's a bang average England team. Smalling couldn't even get in the squad. Not good enough. Valencia shouldn't be playing at right back. He's had his time. Shouldn't be playing there. Whether he was, whatever you thought of him in this game, but to be honest, out the team, probably Luke Shaw, fantastic tonight. Was the only positive for Manchester United. But seeing that back four is just not good enough for Manchester United. I was very, very worried from the off there. Herrera coming back into the team, Matic coming back into the team, and obviously Valencia coming back into the team tonight. They've been out a while. Lindelof on the bench, and Eric Bailly and Antonio Martial not even on the substitutes bench tonight. I don't know what happened to them, but I presume that Anthony Martial will bide his time. From what I'm hearing in the reports, that he will bide his time and wait till the inevitable happens. Jose Mourinho will be fired as Manchester United manager in the coming weeks. I'm 100% sure of that. This was a poor, certainly second half. Manchester United were not too bad first half, to be honest. Missed some good chances from Lukaku. You can't blame Jose Mourinho for that. Tottenham making of their own doing with some of that, but towards the end of the first half, Tottenham grew into it a little bit. Danny Rose was suspect at the back, and Manchester United should have really got him a bit more. But second half, 2 quick goals from Tottenham. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, I forgot even Phil Jones should have given away a penalty in that first half. The ref didn't see it or didn't give it, and Manchester United could have been 1-0 down then. But second half, really poor defending from 3 goals, and Manchester United losing 3-0. Really poor. I just don't know where Manchester United are going to go from here on this season. We haven't backed the manager, which has been a massive problem at the start of this season, with the so downbeat from the club, and you could see that this could potentially have been coming for Manchester United. That's 6 goals conceded now in 2 games. I mean, Lindelof playing really poor when he come on, giving away a great chance for Dele Alli to finish the game off. David De Gea getting him out of trouble there, but so poor from Manchester United. I mean, where was that Paul Pogba we saw in the World Cup? We haven't seen anything of that. So poor from Manchester United tonight. Probably one of the best attacking players, probably Jesse Lingard, harrying down Tottenham in the first half, making them make mistakes. But besides that, very poor from Manchester United. It's certainly second in that second half. And, you know, as I say, I think Jose Mourinho will be dismissed of his position in the coming weeks, because I think a lot of these players now don't seem to want to play for Jose Mourinho. I mean, 3-0. I mean, I know some people are saying it's just a horror defensive show, and yes, we've got problems at the back. Jose Mourinho wasn't able to address them in the summer because Manchester United didn't want to bring these players in. Yes, I get that. That is Ed Woodward and the Glazers' fault. But some of these players, the likes of Paul Pogba, are not performing at high enough level, and Manchester United, even with that team out there, should not be getting beat 3-2 against Brighton and 3-0 at home to Tottenham Hotspur. Even though Tottenham are a great side, we should not be getting beat 3-0 at home. I'm sorry, these results just are very poor, considering the reports that we're hearing coming out from the club. I know the club have actually dismissed it, that there's been a rift with players and everything, and the camp's not good inside Manchester United. We've been hearing reports from other people that there is problems inside Manchester United, and I'm sure there is problems. There's still problems with Martial and Jose Mourinho, with Paul Pogba and Mourinho, and maybe if another manager comes in, maybe they could get better out of these. Well, certainly Paul Pogba. I'm not too sure on the Martial one, but to be honest, if I was a betting man, I'll believe that we will probably give him another 2 or 3 games. And if we have another bad game like this against Burnley next weekend, then I would expect that after that international break, we've got Watford coming up on the horizon. So then I would expect, if we don't win any of them 2 games, he probably will be dismissed, because the top 4 chances will be getting slimmer and slimmer, because you're looking at Tottenham, they're already 6 points ahead of Manchester United. Chelsea are already 6 points ahead of Manchester United now, and it's a massive mountain for Manchester United to climb at this stage, and the board would probably act because they would think that that is in jeopardy, I would think. I know some people are thinking that probably we will wait until it's mathematically gone. It's too early in the season. We could still revive this season and get Champions League football and kick on in maybe some competitions. But the problem is the candidates aren't really out there at this moment in time that I see that Manchester United may go for. Obviously, the prime candidate is Zinedine Zidane, who done fantastically well at Real Madrid, winning 3 Champions Leagues in a row. But people have got to remember what happened in the league last season and in the Spanish Cup. They got knocked out against lower league opposition in the Spanish Cup, and the league that only finished 3rd, and they did have some poor performances last season, notably losing against Atletico Madrid 4-0. So I mean, it is fantastic what he done there, but he did have much better quality of players than Manchester United have got. I don't think this is all Jose Mourinho's own doing at Manchester United. I think there are other issues going on in and around the club. The club is an absolute mess, and I'm not too sure if just bringing Zidane in will change everything immediately. We may get better under Zidane, but the defensive issues are still going to be there for Manchester United. Do you really think that Zidane's going to come into Manchester United and be happy playing Antonio Valencia, Chris Smalling, maybe Ashley Young, Phil Jones, some of these players in the defence? He's just not going to be happy. You look at the defence that he had at Real Madrid and that midfield as well. Core Jesus, they were frightening. I mean, even this season, they're already top of the league. They've scored a decent amount of goals and it's only been 2 games. They're a top quality side, Real Madrid. So he's going to have to bring in players. Does he have a proven track record of bringing in top quality players? And will the Glazers just go out and buying players like Ed Woodward, go out and choosing players like it seems that has happened under Van Gaal and under Jose Mourinho? I just don't know if it is the ideal candidate. But I can't really see who else. I'm not too sure who else is available. I know Antonio Conte is available as well at this moment in time. Would that be a bizarre hiring if Manchester United were to do that? I'm not too sure. He does look like he wants to go back to Italy, but I can't really think of too many other candidates that could take the job. I mean, in club, just to me, I'm not sure it's an option at the moment. We just do not know how good Michael Carrick is, and Kieran McKenna, as fantastic as he was with the under-18s, that was a star-studded under-18 team with the likes of Chong, Angel Gomez, and fantastic performances from Mason Greenwood and etc. So I'm not too sure if Kieran McKenna would be the man to step into the shoes at this moment in time. But I think whether I'm Mourinho in or out, I think that he will be dismissed of his position. And if you want to know my answer, I would probably think Mourinho probably should be getting dismissed if Manchester United can find another candidate to take over the reins as manager, and probably not go for someone in-house, due to the fact that a lot of these players don't seem to be wanting to play for the manager now, which is a shame for Manchester United. We got 2nd place last season, and I was hoping this season we could kick on 2 or 3 more additions, and I was hoping that Manchester United could kick on and do one and have a decent season again this year, but it doesn't look like that's the case. But we could still revive it. I mean, imagine Manchester United do bring in Zidane though. It could give some of them players a massive lift. I mean, I'm caught in 2 minds whether we should hire Zinedine Zidane, but the likes of Pogba and Martial could get a massive lift from him coming in. I mean, he's such a fantastic legend in the game of football. One of my favourite players growing up, and it would be so nice seeing him in the hot seat, just in the hot seat at Manchester United as manager. But it's whether it would go smoothly or not. Just be fantastic seeing what a footballing legend in the dugout at Old Trafford. It would be amazing to see him there. But whether he can conjure up something for Manchester United, maybe he would go with a different style to this of what Jose Mourinho's going for. But at this moment in time, if things do continue to go like this, away at Burnley next week, which isn't going to be an easy game. Burnley are going to be fighting for their lives this season, it looks like. Then if we go there and do get beat, then I think probably changing manager will be a must, because we cannot afford to get to where Chelsea were a few seasons ago when Jose Mourinho was dismissed there. When Jose Mourinho got dismissed, they were pretty much almost certainly out of the race for the top 4. And Manchester United have Champions League football, yes, this season, but we're not going to be, with this team, we're not going to be nowhere near challenging for the Champions League, and we cannot really afford that next season we're not in European elite competition if we would like to keep the likes of Paul Pogba, David De Gea, players of that ilk at Manchester United, because Paul Pogba, we know, is a world-class player and is just not performing at this moment in time in the Manchester United red shirt for Manchester United, and his rift with Jose Mourinho may be a massive part of that. We just don't know, but he performed well for France, so it's a bit of a worry. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the situation for Manchester United. The only real positive so far this season is Luke Shaw looks fantastic and was bombing down that left-hand side. We've really missed Luke Shaw at that best. If only we could have had him playing at that level of performance the last 2 seasons. That is the only positive to take really from the game. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on it. I'm not going to get too angry because I was half expecting Manchester United could put in a performance like that this evening. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See you.